Is it on? Hi. This is my first time ever going live on Instagram, I think, that I can remember. I am sitting outside my house because I'm hopeful that the internet is going to work well here. So if you hear the birds chirping, if you hear the sound of the snow melting, that's because it's spring. And I am very excited. I'm inviting someone to join here. We are going to be hosting a day challenge starting soon. Spring is a good time, to get things moving. And we are going to be hosting an Ayurvedic specialist to guide our community through an Ayurvedic cleanse this spring. So let's see. I see that Justine is on here, but it's our first time. Yeah, it's our first time. So I don't know, how do I get her on the screen? I can wave at her. We might have to start again. First time. Justine is there. Oh, add, confirm. Did it work? Hi, everybody. So wonderful that you're watching this live, which is going. Yes. Okay. Requests to join. So yeah, as I was saying, it's spring. I'm happy to be hopefully welcoming, maybe even on the screen, Justine from Prasad NORDIC Ayurveda, based in Porvo, if I remember correctly, who's going to be guiding our community through this Ayurvedic detox this spring for those who are interested. And she's going to give us a little information today. Hi, I'm waving at you. I don't know how to bring her on camera. Somebody help me comment and give me some tech support. How do I bring somebody on screen? Oop, that's not it. Hello, hello, hello. Invite. A moderator can't be in a live video. Oh, we might have to start over again. I have to remove you as a moderator. Sorry, guys. The good information is coming. Now you're just watching me fumble around. Oh, hi. 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 Oh my God. I see some people there. I promise you, I did actually Google, but go live with. Yes, I removed you as a moderator. Live and learn. We're just flying by the seat of our pants. Ah! Oh my God, it worked. Hi.
Hi.
All right, I gotta back up a little bit. So, hi, welcome. We made it. You made it. I made it.
Yeah, you just had to take me off as the moderator.
Live and learn. Live and learn.
Now
So, welcome to my outdoor studio here today. Everybody who's watching, this is Justine. And is it Cedarburg? Am I saying it right? Yeah. Justine Cedarburg. She's not American. She's Canadian. But maybe you could just, tell us a little bit about yourself. So you've been here a while and you are a Nordic Ayurvedic specialist. How did you end up here? What does that feel? Give us a little background.
Yeah, I'll try to keep it short because it's quite a long story. But I do have a Finnish husband, and that's why I'm here, as many of us, why we moved to Finland.
Sounds familiar.
I was studying Ayurveda in Portland, Oregon, and I met my husband there at a music festival. And then 3 months later, I moved to Finland. So it was pretty dynamic. Yeah. And but I've been also lucky to study with doctors from Ayurveda as well. We also had an Ayurveda institute running in Finland for about 3 years, where I was the herbal teacher there. So I love teaching about herbs. And that's why I really love this detox program we're going to talk about, because it involves herbs as well, cleaning the body with herbs. So
Ah,
herbalism is my soul and my heart, and where my base is, and then expanding from there with Ayurveda. And I can talk a little bit why I use Ayurveda as the base for my practice
okay,
as well.
nice.
Yeah.
So probably there are a lot of people watching or will watch at some point who maybe are not that familiar with Ayurveda. Can you give us, can you tell us what it is?
Yeah. So it's not, people don't really need to know what Ayurveda is to do an Ayurvedic detox. So with Ayurveda, let's start with how we can use Ayurveda as a lens to look at anything.
Mm-hmm.
We can something wet. Is it dry? Is it cold? Is it moist? So these different elements and these different qualities. Chinese medicine has something very similar with
Mm-hmm.
these elements. So that's why we could use a lens of Ayurveda anywhere. That's why we can use it here in Finland, because we're looking at the elements. So our elements here in Finland tend to be more dry. We have a drier climate, and
Tommy.
cold, right?
Yeah.
Get dry skin, we get all those dry sort of illnesses more so than cold, damp illnesses, like where we're from in the Pacific Northwest, Seattle
Mm-hmm.
Island. There we have more of these wet kind of illnesses, phlegmy
Mm-hmm.
lungs and things like that. Yeah, so here it's more dryness issues that we're looking at there. So that's why that Ayurvedic lens can work anywhere, and that's why I use it as the base of the medicine. Also, it's a living tradition in India. We have this living tradition of Ayurveda. We can see what works and what doesn't. Human art. If things don't work, we cancel them out and we move on to something else. So we have seen a lot of these Ayurvedic remedies and tools, working for thousands of years. And unfortunately, our Western medicine, our traditional Western medicine, is quite broken. We have a tradition has not lasted through the ages, or we're trying to take from books and recreate things. So that's why I love that living tradition of Ayurveda. Yeah. So the according to springtime, which is our season coming up now, it's a
Mm-hmm.
really the body, and a lot of herbalists know that as well, not just within Ayurveda.
Mm-hmm.
So body, we've been going through really long, hard winter. We're full of that winter quality, those elements that I was
Yeah.
told in the body. So we want to expel it. We want to get that, like squeezing out a wet towel
Mm-hmm.
is how I like it. So as a yoga teacher, twists are really good for the spring because we're squeezing
Mm-hmm.
that winter out of the body. And another way to do that is to ingest and eat herbs that help to cleanse the body. And we can do it with our Finnish wild greens that are coming up soon-ish. It depends where you are in Finland, but the ground is quite frozen still in a lot of places. But you can start eating the wild greens from the nature. They have a good cleansing effect on the body. But if you want to do something with a deeper impact and something now before the wild greens come, you can do a spring Ayurvedic detox, which is
Mm-hmm.
guided. And we're going to do it through Yoga Rocks. So people
Mm-hmm.
can sign up for online, they can participate online, or they can join us in person. And what happens with that is if you do join the online, we're going to send you a little jar of ghee. Oh, I should have brought one here for the video, but I forgot. But it's a little jar of ghee, and it has herbs that are cooked inside of it. So
Mm-hmm.
this is ghee that you use for eating and cooking. This is for
Mm-hmm.
time for cleansing the body. And you're going to take that over a 4-night period. And so it's really simple to do with your calendar. You just look at your calendar when you want to do it. Let's say, for example, you start on a Monday night. You're going to take this herbal ghee mixed with warm water or warm milk.
Mm-hmm.
Traditionally, yeah, we're using a warm milk, but some people don't do well with milk, so you can use water. You take that over the 4 nights, and you can eat still during the day. So it's a zero hunger detox with
Okay, I like that.
ghee, for 4 days. But I do suggest vegetarian during that time because you are drinking a lot of fat at night.
Okay.
So that's
Oh,
if you are getting like food cravings because you haven't had your big meaty fatty dishes, but that fat in the night, you will feel full. So
okay.
yeah, so vegetarian diet I think is very good during that
Mm,
time. And we should lighten up the diet for spring anyway.
mm,
So are a big meat eater in the winter, which is fine in Finland. Spring is a good time to start lightening it up. And then so that Monday through Thursday night, you would take that herbal ghee. And then the Friday night, you're going to take a special oil that I'm going to prescribe for you.
okay.
So that the Saturday morning, the stomach is flushing out. So we're going to see
That's a
old,
nice way to say it.
there's old,
Means don't make plans for Saturday morning. So that means.
I always jokes like no pizza parties, like don't eat like something really heavy like pizza or be around a lot of people. You want to have
Right.
the day to yourself
So a
because it
quiet, reflective day.
so it's pretty simple for people to fit in their calendar that way if they look at it from a Monday through
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, sort of
Mm-hmm.
any of those days. And you can work during that time. I just recommend to not take on anything extra.
Mm,
So those engagements, try to plan it on a time where you don't have tons of social things happening, or
yeah.
maybe work week isn't the most stressful of the year. Try to limit the amount
Yes.
you're doing because some people feel a little tired when they do it. The herbs are working on cleansing out
Mm-hmm.
the body. They're there, so you can get tired
Can I
during.
ask like what kinds? I mean, it's like it's Nordic. Like your specialty is because Ayurveda is obviously it's Indian, right? So, but your specialty is like Nordic Ayurveda. So it's stuff that we could find in our garden.
The herbal ghee, I have followed the Indian tradition with the herbs in that one. So the herbs are from India.
Mm-hmm.
I do recommend, eating local foods during that time. So Ayurveda is all about local eating when it comes to food. If you look at
Okay.
the texts, they talk about the local goat herders, they talk
Mm-hmm.
about the marsh with the ducks. So there is not just, grains and vegetables in those traditional diets there. So, our foods here are not of beans and things like that. So you can have the local foods are suitable. And then, like I said, when those wild Finnish greens come out, start eating that. That would be like post support for the
Mm-hmm.
detox. Is start
Okay.
going Finnish wild greens. That would be really excellent. Or if you do the detox a little later in the spring and the greens are out already, yeah, eat those at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Salads into your soups and into your foods like a bonus. But
I,
yeah, so this
oh, sorry.
it is Indian tradition. It is
Yeah.
from not something that I have created
Yes.
myself.
I love the when the little nettles come out. What is it in Finnish?
Yeah,
Nokkonen? Yeah. Those are so yummy actually.
yeah, they're really tasty, and the dandelion, the voikukka is very easy. That's in almost
Mm,
everybody's street. It's growing, through the
mm,
concrete. So a lot of us know those really basic ones. And for those who want to dive deeper, I do have a really great online video that's professionally done. If you can't make it to my in-person plant classes, you can
mm.
download the video, and it's really good visually to learn that way as well.
Okay. Well, this is intriguing me. I feel like I could maybe use a little sloughing of the winter gunk.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how could I expect to sort of feel like afterwards? Like, what's it going to do for me?
Yeah, that's a good question. So the body is like an onion, and we're removing layers. So first time that people do it, the common reports are the skin is glowing, so skin is much better. Maybe not the exactly first or second day after, but with some days later, once the
Mm-hmm.
body has rested, the skin is glowing and better. People say their digestion is really wonderful because we have a lot of digestive issues in Finland,
Mm,
unfortunately. So it really helps get the digestion going well. Some people say that afterwards they don't have this sort of like mental frustration or anger. They're sort of just like calm and able to let go of things, which I love that one because it does work on a level
Mm,
as well because the connected, right? We can't
mm,
separate those.
mm,
They're those mind calmness stories. And what we could see if we're, say, for example, say we want to do it every spring and every autumn, 2 times a
mm,
year, really good. We can start seeing with each detox more layers of that onion coming off. And some people really start getting into eliminating chronic diseases. So, for example, people have really bad psoriasis, like
mm,
all over.
mm.
Some have reported after like fourth, fifth time the psoriasis is gone.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So those kind of stories are always so wonderful. So I always say, like, if you don't see a huge dramatic difference from one time, try a few times, like, because the body is losing the layers each time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I like that I could eat, maybe just a little lighter.
Mm.
I tried to do a juice cleanse in the past, and it was mentally like, well, some issues that were bubbling under the surface, like, came out at that time. So I felt like the hunger was driving me to, yeah, to let those things come out. So maybe it was also a good cleanse in that way.
Yeah,
Um,
aspect. The juice cleanse works on the blood toxin,
mm-hmm.
where herbal ghee detox works on fat toxins,
Okay.
which are much harder out.
Ooh.
And juice is okay for some people, but for some people, it's way too cold. It's putting a
I
lot
think maybe for me it was
to
too cold.
the stomach for some people is really not suitable for their constitution.
Mm-hmm.
So the nice thing about the ghee is it has more of a warming, it's that warming fat quality. So it's more tridoshic, which means it's more
For
evenly helpful
everyone.
for
Yeah.
everybody. We're juice cleansing. I think you need to look at each individual more closely.
Okay. Oh, interesting. So this is for everyone. Like
Yeah,
you don't need to be like, oh, I'm a pita or whatever. I'm this. You can do it for what for. Yeah. Okay.
I would.
So for
Sorry,
those who don't know, it's, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
pregnancy would be an indication not to do it, or
Okay.
are really heavily breastfeeding, like the child's not eating any food yet,
Yeah.
just mother's milk, then
Okay.
that wouldn't be a good and or if anybody has for example irritable bowel syndrome, they can still do it,
Mm,
but they should message me and we should talk about how they would complete their detox differently so they
okay.
wouldn't have the same flush out
Yeah.
at the we would do something a little more mild, but
Okay.
fine for everybody to take. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I might be convinced already, but but so we want to ask you guys who are watching and who might be watching this, right? To give us a comment, give us oh, you could actually add a question here. There are no questions yet, but if you have a question now, pop it already in. You comment here, I think, and we see it. You can also comment after, but we're trying to decide if we have Justine come in person to sort of introduce and explain and educate us a little bit about the detox, or if we just do something like this and then you purchase it online and sort of manage it on your own. Isn't that right?
Two options. We can either do a short person class or we can do a longer class where we get self massage. Massage is really wonderful during the detox to help to encourage those fat toxins to release from the body. So
Yeah.
I really recommend, at least like for yourself, giving a little massage, or if you can go for a professional massage, that would be a bonus, or have your partner
Okay.
or somebody. Yeah.
We
So
have, we have a question. Hi, Sami. Sami's asking like if you can practice yoga, if you can exercise, if you can work out at the same time, if you can go to your bar class.
yes, exactly. So I would say light exercise is good, like no marathons. Anything where you're like really excessively sweating, like I would kind of hold off on sauna till afterwards. If you're going to have like a super heavy sauna, wait till after the detox because we really want the herbs to do their work. And if we have excessive sweating, we might lower the efficacy
Okay.
of those. Yeah.
So we need to like stew in the herbs,
Yeah.
like a reverse. A reverse doing there in me. Okay, so what else? We're planning to start from May 5th, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, you guys let us know. Are you interested? Do you want her to come here in person? What are you thinking about this spring detox? Who is in? Give us any questions that you have. What else do you want to add, Justine? Is there anything else?
Yeah, we could talk a little bit about Ayurveda because maybe people think they need to know a little bit more
Mhm.
about the detox program. So I like to work very seasonally with Ayurveda. So we have the Kapha season, which is the water and the earth element. So when you take water
Mhm.
together, they're like mud. So it has
Mm.
that heavy quality. And that's why some people actually they don't feel great in the spring. Some people are like, no, I feel tired and
Mm.
heavy and
Mm.
you meet people and they don't like spring.
Yeah.
And because they're personally really affected by this water and earth element combination.
Mm.
That means they need to actually really increase their exercise in the springtime, really get the motivation going and doing the detoxing. Otherwise, they're just going to feel heavy the entire springtime.
Right. So they need to add in a little fire,
Yes,
dry it up.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, drop that.
It's interesting. It is very similar to the Chinese medicine like idea of the elements and
We should,
balance with the natural environment.
yeah, so we can all benefit from doing a detox during the spring just because the element
Mhm.
is so heavy during this time. So lightening it up, moving the kapha. Kapha doesn't want to move. It's very stable like a rock. So we
Mm.
want to up and move it out. Yeah.
Yeah. What else? How long have you been in Finland, by the way?
I have been here for over 10 years. Hmm.
Same.
Yeah, I'm in Porvo now. So I have a treatment room in Porvo and also in Helsinki. So I give Ayurveda consultations there and body work treatment. And I really love that I've been doing the body work on top of the consultations because I'm just seeing a lot more
Mm.
happening with people. Because often, if we have just the consultation and I give some advices and some recommendations, people they need some more support.
Mm.
The hands I think really encourages people to follow the lifestyle more so and really
Yeah.
incorporate Ayurveda to the daily life. And then when they do come in for the body work, we can check in like, oh, how's it been going? Have you been following some of these things? What kind of changes have you made?
Yeah.
So, that like face-to-face person checkup, I think is
Mm.
almost more than having like another consultation. We have these sort of follow-ups. And I think just meeting in person and getting an amazing massage or body work you're
Mm.
getting two in one. You're getting your checking in.
Yeah.
So
We had a question here. Sami asked that is this like you do it for a little while or is it like the rest of your life? So I think he
point.
means the
So
cleanse part.
yeah, you can, for example, yeah, if he's talking about the detox. So if we do look back in a lot of Western herbalism, we
Mm.
did take a lot during spring to cleanse the winter out of the body. And that's something that we did every spring. So it wasn't really a period of time. It was just a way of life. You know,
Mm.
our ancestors knew how to work with herbs and how to cleanse the body in springtime. So it was really a seasonal thing, a continuous seasonal. So I have personally done the detox over 20 times. And
Mm.
I continue to do it because it's my favorite. I've tried so many others. Like I said, I find the juicing just like unbearable. Uh,
Mm. It was
sometimes I've tried traveling or something, and I have taken like tinctures that I've made with like detox herbs. So I always do some detox, but if I ever skip this ghee one, I'm always like, oh, like I wish I didn't have to
yeah,
skip it. The
yeah,
most, yeah, I personally find it the most effective, and that's why I always keep coming back to it, and why I've been sharing it with people in Finland for 10 years here now.
yeah.
So we have a that are reordering this herbal ghee every spring and every autumn and just continue to do it that way. You'll see that then it's half the price. You're just ordering the herbal
Yeah.
ghee. So it's
Yeah.
really continue doing
So
it.
once you learn it
Yeah,
once, you can just basically do it again yourself.
exactly.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily guidance the second,
Okay.
third
Yeah,
time.
that's nice. Well, it might, I mean, your skin looks really amazing. So I'm
Thank
sure
you.
it must be, your outer onion layers are peeled off already.
So I used to have irritable bowel syndrome myself, but I don't anymore.
Mm.
And I won't make any claims, but what we've been talking,
Yeah. Yeah.
there are ways to fix some of these illnesses. You don't have to have those issues forever.
Well, very exciting. I'm totally intrigued. I wasn't planned. I was like scared about, detoxing and cleansing, to be honest, because of my juice cleanse experience, which I was just doing on my own. I didn't have any guidance in that. I was just doing it on my own. And like I said, I was working in Thailand at that time. And I basically had like uh, I like walked out of my work. I got so angry at this one woman that I was working with, and I was like, "That's it!" And I get it. I gotta get out of here. And I had to leave, and I had to end my juice cleanse early. It was like way too intense for me, like the hunger and everything. It was really hard. So I was nervous. I have been nervous about doing anything like that, but I'm I'm pretty convinced now that this sounds like it's easy enough, and yeah, I think I might be in.
Good. I would really love for you to try it because I see that you're interested. You know, you've tried detoxes before,
Yeah.
but yeah, that juice one. This is, I would say, this is the easiest and most effective detox I've done, and that's why
Okay.
I keep recommending it for my
Yeah.
clients. Yeah, because
Yes.
I really don't like wasting
Mm,
time or wasting people.
mm.
So my clients who know me well, they know that I really carefully craft everything that I do, and everything is very effective.
Yeah.
Very well. Even the herbal products I make are very
Okay.
effective. I like things to I like to see them work. I don't like to do a
Yes.
lot of woo. We're like, oh, we see what happens.
Yeah.
Like that has to work for me to recommend it.
Okay. I like that. I'm down with that. I appreciate that. All right. Well, let's see. So May 5th, guys, May 5th, we'll be putting out some information, but do let us know, like, do you want her to come in person? Do you need a little, in-person information, or do you think that we could do something like this and get you going on your own? I mean, you won't be on your own, because I can say that you sent me some of your materials, and they're amazing, so well put together, and you would be, of course, sending those along for the people that they have guidance. But yeah, maybe we talked about doing it, an in-person event on May 5th, and it's only a few weeks away. So let us know.
Yeah, and it does include support. So whether we do it in person or we do it online, you
Great.
can message me anytime. Even if we do the in-person meeting, you can message me during your detox. My
Okay.
phone all the time, all weekend. You can
Oh.
ask my family with detox stuff again. Like
Okay.
I know what it's like to go through it. It's really nice to have somebody there to answer your questions
Yeah.
because all kinds of questions can come up during that
Okay.
time.
That's fabulous. Well, thank you so much. I won't take any more of your time, but so cool that all you guys joined in here. And I hope that I'm sure more people are going to rewatch this and also feel inspired about a little spring detox. Any last words?
Yeah, thanks for everybody who's listening, and I'm really excited for you to try it yourself because that's
Yeah.
always sort of is when people try it, they usually then tell their friends. So I'm pretty terrible at marketing. I don't really have to do a lot of it because the work speaks for itself. Yeah. Yeah. So I think you'll be telling your students how the program went for you pretty soon.
Okay. Very excited. Very excited. All right. Well, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you, Instagram, for giving us this forum. It was actually not that hard. It took me a minute, but it was not that hard. Now we know for next time. And have a fabulous day. Looking forward to having you at Yoga Rocks.
Yeah, looking forward to being there.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay, bye. Bye, everybody.